Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Teresa. I do videos on whatever I want because I don't like putting myself in a box. And today I'm giving you guys a health update plus the weight loss update, which there's not much to say about that. So I'll start there because the rest of this is just going to be a whole nother tangent, plus a huge update with health and just life update kind of wrapped into one. So, the weight loss update is really I haven't really lost weight. I've kind of actually maintained, which I guess I kind of lost weight, but also kind of maintained as well. For those who are new, I've been on a weight loss journey. I was on Fentanyl for a while. I lost a lot of weight with that, done the necessary breaks with my doctor. And then we added Tobermate to the mix. I've lost like 5 pounds with that. I went off of my birth control because I got my hormones tested. And then I've actually gained all of that weight back, which is pretty much to be expected, honestly. And so I've kind of just been maintaining there. And I messaged my doctor actually, and I can't go back on Fentanyl until at least January. And that brings us to the health update. And so that update is I am actually moving you guys to another state. Hopefully, I don't know, move or what. And it's actually because of my doctor, because she is moving um as well. And so there has just been a lot going on medically with that because I was actually supposed to see her on Wednesday, but I originally had an appointment scheduled with her on December 13th. But I had a potential job offer and I stupidly went into it, both feet in it, and accepted it. Um, which I shouldn't have, and I've spoken to the employer, um, and that was gonna start December 16th, and my appointment was on the 13th, so I literally would have had, like, 3 days to move, and I am somebody my mom's issue with me is I am very much stick to a schedule, like, I thrive on routine and structure, and Um, we luckily, I still live with my parents, so I don't have to pack a whole house, but, um, she's like, "Oh," my mom was like, "Okay, well, we just have to make sure, like, we just literally you do this appointment and we leave right away," which I don't think would have been possible because my plan was on December 13th with my doctor was to tell her everything about me moving down there, to figure out where she was planning to practice down there and, figure out how we need to transfer information down there. Which thankfully I got an official letter, which told me that the 13th was not her last day of seeing patients. She has another week apparently. But um I ended up switching the day because she had a cancellation. Because my mom's like, "See if you can get in with her early." I was like, "Okay, fine." I shouldn't have listened to my mom. Moral of the story is don't always listen to your mom, I guess, which why am I putting that out there on YouTube? But I called, she had a cancellation, and I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll take the cancellation um slot." And then which was Wednesday right before Thanksgiving, and then naturally she wasn't in clinic or whatever. I think there was a miscommunication between her and the front desk. And now I don't get to see my doctor at all before she leaves or I leave because at this point, I don't know, I might be the one leaving first. Um, and so, yeah, that's been real great mentally on me. This entire thing mentally on me has been a lot, I'm not gonna lie. And so yeah, so the real reason why I'm leaving the state, and luckily I'm not going insanely far away, but is yes, mainly because of my doctor, but also because of just better job opportunities. And also, like, I'm at the point in my life, I just turned 26. Like, I want to start a career. I want to start, making a life for myself. And yeah, I just want to be on my own, have a little bit more like independence. Um, I mean, I do have a lot of independence living with my parents, but I mean more like financial like independence. So I don't know. I'm just ready to start new. And the thing is, my parents, they're gonna be retiring like in a few years. So as soon as my mom can qualify for Medicaid, they're gonna be moving too. And so it's like, okay, let's give them, their last few years to be empty nesters and, you know, let them enjoy that before retirement. And so, yeah. Um, I'm not gonna lie, this has been really hard because, it's really hard to move out and live as a single woman as well, when you don't have that second income. That's really hard, and so it's been a lot of challenges, and so yeah, but I know it'll be worth it once we get all this situated. I still can message my doctor, even though I'm not probably going to be able to see her before one of us moves. Um, and so I'll be able to message her. We can sort out what needs to be sorted out. I did message her like a thank you and um did tell her like I'm planning on moving down there as well. And yeah, because one of the things is we've just been through too much in the last almost 3 years. Well, over like 2.5 to 3 years of being doctor and patient. And unfortunately, our community here, we just don't have a lot of doctors to choose from. And yeah, she set the bar really high, and I'm like, there's just nobody that's gonna be able to, like, reach that bar, and yeah. And I was talking to my friend who's a nurse, and trying to find somebody who's LGBTQ friendly up here is really, really challenging, um, and I just got really, really lucky with her that she was so friendly, and that was never, like, a challenge, um, with her. And so, yeah. So I did end up having to reschedule my appointment, and I'm seeing a different provider on Monday for a situation on my hand. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can see that. It looks red on camera. It's not that red. It's actually more like scaly, I guess, and like dry. Um, I was in the backyard a few weeks ago and was around one of my allergies, and then my one of our guests that was up here, we've had guests up here all November. They had dogs, and their dogs are lickers, and just like their fur is really irritating to me. Because I'm not around their dogs obviously as much as my own dog, so I'm not used to that. Um, really made it irritate even more. And so I'm going to talk to the provider about that. I don't know if I'm going to talk to the provider about like meds, because that's what I originally was going to talk to my doctor about. Um and so I'm not going to lie, I'm really nervous about seeing this new person, which I'm hoping that they're not putting down for the chief complaint like establishing care, because that's not why I'm seeing this provider whatsoever. I'm not wanting to establish care with this person. I did make sure to log into my patient portal and see if my provider had changed in that, and luckily it didn't. So I'm like, okay, we're not switching like providers and patient portal until like both of us leave, because no, like I'm not doing that. Um, so yeah, kind of nervous about that. Um, because I tried to get in with somebody else who my nurse friend had suggested, but they weren't available until the 13th, which was an issue because of moving stuff. Um, so yeah, because I would have had like 3 days to move if that would have happened. And, I couldn't have just like done the appointment on the 13th and then like literally the 13th done an early morning appointment and then like boom moved. Because if it's medication, then I have to wait for my pharmacy to obviously fill the medication. And then, yeah. So literally the 13th for an actual move day would have been off the table. So, yeah. Sorry, guys. This is super rambly, but I kind of just have to ramble because all of this has just been a thing and very, very stressful as it normally is when you're moving. And especially when you are having a health thing on top of it. So, um, I should hear back from my actual doctor on Tuesday about what's going on and stuff, what we have to do for, the move. Luckily, we got a letter that said this is how you transfer your records. So once I move down there and once, she should message me with where she's going down there, where she's going to end up practicing so that I can just transfer the records down there. Um, so luckily I have a number to call to transfer records. Hopefully that all goes smoothly. Um, and yeah, and I should only have to like refill one prescription because I'm gonna try and have all my other prescriptions are fine until they need to be renewed. Except one prescription, I think. Yeah, one prescription. Unless it might be okay until I get down there and we do an appointment in January. I'm not sure. Because that's the earliest I can add Fentanyl to my back end. Because I guess you have to do a 3-month break from Fentanyl, which I thought I only took like a 2-month break from Fentanyl. Which is why I was trying to like see her as early as possible and get in. But yeah, I'm just kind of happy that it happened this way of getting, scheduled early and then getting canceled, because if I had waited later, there might have not been a way for me to still have like message her and let her know like, hey, I'm actually moving down too. Um, what all do we have to do? Kind of thing. So yeah. Needless to say, it's all been very, very stressful. Job wise, it's been kind of stressful because I don't know. I don't really have a date for when I want to move. I mean, I'm trying to figure out like when is her actual last day of moving, because we got the letters, my mom and I, because she's also my mom's doctor, yesterday, and literally like the clinic told me the 13th was her last day, and then the letter told me that no, it's not the 13th, it's some other day. And I was like, "Oh, okay." But then when they called me Wednesday to reschedule, they're like, "So we can't get you in with her, because she's leaving." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, since the 13th is like her last day, that makes sense." But now I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute." And then my friend told me, "Oh, she's not leaving until like the end of the year." And so the date in the letter to which my friend told me end of the year, that's all that information's lining up. So what the front desk told me is not lining up to what's actually like being told on a different side, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, anywho, it's all just been really crazy, really stressful. It's really emotional. I don't know if anybody else has gone through this. I'm sure people have. I mean, it's not easy to go through this. It's not easy to go through like having to switch doctors even. Um, I know some people really struggle with it. I'm definitely struggling with it. I knew there was just no way that I was going to stay here and try and find another doctor. Um, I know when I was texting one of my family members, she was like, "You can't just like find another doctor." And I was like, "Oh, hell no. I'm not going to find another doctor up here." Um, and I thought about other aspects of my life up here and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just going to move because I'm not getting a lot of job opportunities up here." And ultimately like the healthcare we need I want to be somewhere where there's better healthcare. And, the thing is up here, we don't have a dermatologist. We don't have an allergist, which are two specialists that I see. I have to travel 2 hours away. 2 hours away to go and see those people. And that's really hard even with job searching because job searching, people want to know like that you're reliable and stuff, but I have to take that into consideration when I try and find a job. I'm like, yeah, I can do that, but at least once, well, once, maybe 2 times a year, I need to be like, "Oh, but I need to travel for these appointments." And sorry, guys, I have to extend my leg because my leg is falling asleep. So, yeah, I'm like, I wanna be somewhere where I can get all of my medical needs in one area. That's extremely important to me. I wanna be somewhere where it's LGBTQ friendly, um, both just, like, as a community, with, the medical system as well, um, where medical care you can get medical care on the weekend, where the medical care hours are extended because one of the most annoying things I was just thinking about this morning was, it's hard working up here and then trying to like schedule appointments because if you're working like 8 until 5, well, for like appointments, most places their hours are 8 till 5, Monday through Friday. So how do you make that work? And especially if you're somewhere that only allows you a 30-minute lunch, how do you make that work? Um, Especially when you're younger, you don't have a lot of privilege, I feel like. So it's like, yeah, how do you make that work where, you know, going somewhere else, you can maybe find somewhere that hours are different. They give you like an hour lunch and, their medical places have longer hours and stuff. So, anyways, that's kind of what's all been going on. So, you guys probably are not going to get a lot of consistent videos. I'll admit, here on out for a while. I'll keep you posted in the community tab. It's just gonna get really crazy, especially with the holidays coming up, because I don't know if I'm moving before Christmas or after Christmas. I've been giving people dates for moving before Christmas, but I don't know if I want to do that because then I'm like, will I even be able to be up here for Christmas? Because that would suck. Honestly, I don't care about not being up here for New Year's. Like, yeah, that doesn't matter to me, but being up here for Christmas is what matters to me. So, yeah, I'll keep you all posted. Look out in the community tab. I'm sorry this is just so rambly. Just mentally, it's been a lot. Um, and I know it's definitely gonna be affecting me, like, physically too. So if you are just kind of in a state of confusion and stress and anxiety, and you're just not really in a good space mentally, just know you're not alone. I'm right there with you guys, and all of my love to all of you. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrated. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you, by the way. This channel grew so much this year, and it's because of you guys. It's because you guys have supported me through this journey, uh, through this weight loss journey. And it means a lot to me. And it's so important to me to be open about the fact that there are other options to losing weight and doing it safely, especially with medical guidance. And so, thank you all so much. If you like this video, be sure to hit the button, hit subscribe down below, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, you guys, and much love to all of you.